Men are not going to clubs and bars to look for wives. So why are y'all going out looking for husbands? Stop that. Okay? Stop that.
Calling all men, especially if you agree with this comment, that you wouldn't want to be with a single mom, especially as a man with no kids. Okay, I would love to hear the reasons why. If you agree with this, if you agree with what he said, I would love to know what the fuck your deal is. So leave a comment, please explain. Don't just leave some bullshit. I need explanations of your reasons why. Like, it doesn't matter on the woman and her personality and like what she's got going on. Like, just, it's an automatic no if they have kids. Please tell me.
Oh girl, you are on the wrong page if you are commenting shit like this. I actually made a video on this in the past one time where I was talking about how like I don't see anything wrong with like dressing for the male gaze. You're probably like, what the hell does that have to do with this? Trust me, I have a point. Anyways, that video got a lot of hate because they were like, why are you trying to do anything for men? Like, why do you blah 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 do this, that for men? And I'm like, because I like men and I'm attracted to men and I want to attract men. So yesterday, what this comment is referring to is yesterday I posted how like you should really not be scared to be crazy to men because they're not even turned off by it, they actually love it. And so this girl's commenting, why are we trying to do stuff men like now? And she's not the only one who commented this, and like no hate to her either, like totally get the sentiment. Like in society, I've noticed we've kind of gone to this like one extreme where like a lot of things were done for the male gaze, and now everyone's going to the other extreme and they're like, nothing should be done for the male gaze. Like, why do we even like men? Men suck, blah, blah, blah. I very, very heavily speak against that on my page. I'm also very much not subscribing to that whatsoever. I love men. I absolutely am trying to attract men. Like, I'm not lesbian. I don't want to attract women. But even furthermore, what the video was about wasn't doing things because men like it. I was basically saying, don't be afraid to do things because you're afraid to lose a man, because they don't care anyways. That's not gonna be what makes them run away. It's not that I'm saying do it because men like it. I'm saying do it because you want to do it, and don't stop yourself from doing it because you're scared. Also, unrelated to this, I got a bunch of comments of people being like, well, why? Like, I'm not like somebody who goes crazy, so like I'm not gonna change my character for a man. Whoa, I never said that. I never said act in a way to appease men. I was just explaining that if you have this natural desire to crash out on a motherfucker, don't be scared to do it, because a lot of the times we have this fear, and I've been there because I've been the chill girlfriend before. You have this fear that if you show your true colors and like you do crash out on them and you call them out for shit, they're literally going to like never like you and like leave you. That's not true. Also speaking from a girl with experience, because I was the chill girlfriend before. I also didn't play the chill girlfriend part many times. I've done both. I've literally played crazy and been chill and emotionally regulated and mature. The girls that are crazy win every time. Anyway, so yeah, we actually are trying to do things that men like because we're not scared of men liking us, and we also are trying to attract them if we're straight. I am not scared to admit that.
You know, it's funny, she recently put out a video about sexual discipline and getting mad when men like other women's photos. Well, you know, let me correct you a little bit, because you can dress for the male gaze, but you can still keep your clothes on. I think that's where you need to learn. If I'm going to dress for the male gaze, that means I dress nice, feminine. But that doesn't mean that I have to be out here showing my behind. That's a distinction that you need to learn.
There's this trend where guys are talking about things that they wouldn't tolerate from men if they were women. So I'm going to talk about things that I wouldn't tolerate from women if I was a man. Okay. Number one, hope this helps.
When the women in their 30s come online to say, where are the men in their 30s? Where do they hang out? What do they do? I get such secondhand embarrassment. Because it's like, girl, I think, okay, so society has lied to women, unfortunately. And a lot of girls thought in their 20s, I'm just going to, live, laugh, love. 20s are for fun, ha, ha, ha. And then when they turn 30, they're like, okay, I'm ready to be serious. Where are the men? The men are gone. A lot of the good men are gone, because the ones that knew that they wanted to be husbands and fathers are typically already husbands and fathers by the time that they're 30, or at least working towards that, because a lot of people don't want to be old parents or whatever. And the other half that are still left are the ones who either didn't want to be husbands and fathers in the first place, so they weren't on track to doing that, or the ones that tried to be that and then probably failed at their previous relationships. So you're looking at leftovers, babe. And you yourself have now become one of those leftovers. Sorry. I hope you find one, though.
That's what men keep on trying to tell them. Y'all are wasting your time. And then somebody told you, hey, a man's going to always be there. They going to always be there. And then when they don't be, now it's a problem.
Put some shorts on. You're like naked out. Respect yourself. Put some clothes on.
Actually?
Yes.
Respect?
Yes, it's very cold outside. You're like naked.
What did you say?
I said respect yourself.
Why? What do I have to respect myself? I'm wearing a jacket.
Why to respect yourself?
I'm wearing a jacket and shorts.
No.
What's your problem?
What do you mean? Your whole butt is out and you're barely wearing a top.
I'm wearing a top and my pants and my legs are showing.
This guy's clipping us right now.
You're clipping us.
I actually believe in this. I think you should respect yourself.
I do respect myself very much.
No, your butt's out.
My butt is not out.
Huh? I'm not baiting anything. I believe in it.
Just stop.
Actually, fuck you and fuck your fucking
I guarantee
streak.
you.
Fuck you and fuck your fucking streak.
You put the outfit on sober, so you can't blame it on the alcohol.
Fuck you. Actually, fuck you. What do you mean? I'm wearing shorts and a fucking top.
Okay.
Bitch, fuck off.
Very affected for someone who respects herself.
Even with black women, it's like, you can watch everyone copy what black women do, but we're the ones with the attitudes and we're crazy. But I know crazier Latinas than white women. Crazier.
I want to go.
That's what they cooking and cleaning while they being crazy.
And I cook and clean.
Same.
I'm just saying.
I have zero friends that don't cook and clean.
Yeah, zero. I don't understand why everybody's making it seem like, oh, black women aren't cooking and cleaning.
Because
We've been cooking and cleaning. It literally has never stopped.
I'm gonna tell you why they're acting like that, because, and it's not an accurate depiction, but the loudest people in the room are the black women that aren't cooking and cleaning.
Yes.
And they're all over the place saying, I don't cook, I don't clean, and this is what a man has to do for me. So the truth is, maybe the ones that do, when they're in front of the mic and they're defending their aunts and their sisters, should also defend the women who cook and clean.
Yeah.
It's people like Cardi B that's saying that. And some of these modern women are going out there and quoting a lyric, but they actually do that. They actually cook and clean. But because they continue to holler it, a man is identifying who they are by the lyric. They take on the persona of the song, knowing that they do that stuff. Number one. Number two, these white women out here are doing the same thing. They're doing the same thing. Oh, I don't cook for no man. I don't clean for no man. Be in between two men. And they're getting called out for it. You think these white boys like what these white women are doing? No. It don't matter if the man is working an average job or he's working a high income job. They're tired of it. They're tired of these women. Oh, I want to go get Starbucks every day. If a man is it, all right. Y'all keep on thinking it's just you. That's that victim mentality. But these white women out here are doing the exact same thing, and they getting kicked to the curb because of it.
First of all, these younger hoes, their frontal lobe isn't developed all the way. For all intents and purposes, you're dealing with a child, a mentally challenged child with a learning disability, because they don't learn. Don't expect bitches to learn. Look, women never change. Women don't change. Half of these women can't even prepare food for themselves. They can't cook. They can't cook a bowl of cereal. You expect them to change from within and do inner growth and like shadow work? These women don't change. They have no incentive to change. They get away with everything. There are no consequences for their actions. There's always a dude ready to take a bad deal with a pretty bitch. Tell me, why would they change? Why would they change?
The only woman that you should take seriously for a relationship is a woman who decided to bang you on the first or second date, and preferably the first date. Like, preferably, if you were going to get into a long-term relationship, preferably you would have wanted her to want to bang you on the first date. And here's why. This is the type of woman that is actually showing real, genuine desire. Most of you dudes out there who are like, oh, wow, she didn't have desire to sleep with me until date number 5, so I know that she's really, wife material and marriage material. It's like, no, dude, she just didn't think you were hot enough. and there's a different dude that she was more into. There's a different dude that she thought was more attractive than you, that she probably did bang on the first date, and that guy she was not able to lock down for a long-term relationship. So then every single day for pretty much the rest of her life, she's sitting there always thinking about him because he was the one who never committed, or he was the one who just didn't even need a relationship, and he didn't even care if he really kept having more dates with her. And that's the guy that she's sitting there thinking about every single day. Meanwhile, you're over here thinking that you're taking a victory all because, I can tell that she's a woman of faith. I can tell that, she's just a good woman, and not her. She's not like that. Back when she was in college, oh no. Like, the excuses just go on and on. Like, let's be real. She either has desire for you or she doesn't. Now, if this is a brutal wake-up call, which it should be, I advise you to do one thing, and that would be learn, understand, and master the language of women. Check out what I made for you. It's in my bio. It's in my description. I have a full process that you can use to start to make your dating life way better.
I'm eating 1 meal a day all of 2026, as well as exercising more, so that I can lose weight to ride my Vulcan 900 more comfortably, so I can take it on a 30-day road trip across America before I move to Portugal. And it's time to work out. I saw something online I want to try, and it's workout time, so let's get to it. Instantly not a fan of those kettlebell swings. I'm probably not doing them right, but we're gonna pass on that. Somebody recently told me something that really stuck with me. The greatest workout is the one that you'll actually wake up and do. The greatest diet is the one you'll actually stick to. I want you guys to keep that in mind. A lot of you guys have been asking why I'm doing this 1 meal a day. I've tried a lot of diets in the past, guys. 1 meal a day has been the one I can stick to consistently. So that's why I'm doing it. I'm not trying to push it on to anybody else. I'm not trying to sell you guys seminars on why 1 meal a day is the best. It's just what works for me. I'll wake up every day, I'll come out here, I'll try to get some exercise in, and I'll eat my 1 meal. And I'll feel full for the rest of the day, and then I'll eat the next day. If you keep on throwing yourself at the same wall, trying to do the same things, maybe what you're doing just doesn't work for you. And maybe something else will. Let's get back to it. A lot of you guys have been telling me to walk 2, 3, 4, 5 miles a day. Guys, at my current weight and stamina, that would take me hours. What I'm doing now, I want to do. I'm having fun doing. It's getting me moving. It's getting my heart rate up. It's getting me more physical. Along with the filming, I've been walking so much more. This is what works for me and what I'll do consistently. I just need some time to lose some weight to get more comfortable with it. This format of the weightlifting intensity, sit and take a break, weightlifting intensity, sit and take a break, that's what works for me and doesn't take hours. So that's why I do it. Eventually, I will start walking more. A lot of you guys have never been this big and hopefully won't ever be this big. Stuff's hard, man. And I'm powering through and doing what I know I'll stick to. This is what works for me. That's why I'm doing it. At this weight, I just need consistency. I need something that I know I'll do. I'll know I'll carry through on. A lot of you guys have, one, never trained someone like me, this big, this morbidly obese, and two, have never been this big. You don't know my limits. I do. I appreciate all your support, but I'm doing what I know I'll stick to.
All right, man, let's get it. I think he said he weighed in at 100, or what was it, 678, and he's down to like 650. It was a couple of weeks ago, so he's down to last update was he's down to 650. Keep on doing your thing, young man.
Woman text guy, I just wanted to tell you, this past year has been nice. Going into 2026, I want to know if you saw a wife in me. Okay, they must have been dating for a while. The guy responds, yes, but I'm not ready for marriage yet. Uh-oh, this is going to create a problem. The woman responds, that's fine, and you have the right. I wanted to tell you, if you're not going to get engaged to me in 2026, what is the goal for this relationship? Dang, I wonder how long they've been dating for her to say all that. The guy responds, where is this coming from? The woman responds back, I'm almost 40 and I want a husband and kids, a family. Oh yeah, she at that age when she feel like she got rushed because she feel like that clock is ticking. The man responds back, I want a wife and family too. I don't want to rush it. You were with your ex 7 years ago and no ring. I get it, but rushing me won't help. You were with the man for 7 years. He didn't give you no ring. Now you trying to rush the next guy? Oh, okay. She responds back, that's the thing. My ex wants marriage. Wait, what's she trying to say? The man responds back, what are you talking about? That's what this is? Your ex came back into your life, so it's out of me and him, right? Oh, hell no. This woman about to have these men competing. The woman responds back, no, we didn't leave on bad terms. We just wasn't ready. I want to be a wife and I don't want a long ass relationship. I already done it before. Wait, we wasn't ready or he wasn't ready? The guy responds back, so if I say I'm not proposing to you in 2026, what happens next? I see what he's doing. I see what he's doing there. She responds back, I don't know. Are you saying you're not? Oh, good move. Good move. He responds back, yes. She responds back, okay. He responds back, what does okay mean? She responds, I have a huge decision to make and I need time to make it. You either gonna be with your ex or you're gonna be with me. Which one is it? The guy responds back, let me help you. Go back to him. I'm good over here. I know that's right. She responds back, just like that? Yeah, woman, just like that. He replies, just like that. He continues, when it doesn't work out, don't come back to me. I'm done. I'm done. Check. The woman responds, okay, have a great 2026. And thank you for showing me who you really are. What? Woman, you showing him who you really are. Because why is you talking to your ex all of a sudden? You know what? He wasted 7 years of your life. You don't think he's going to do it again? The guy responds back, okay. Oh, yeah, he done checked all the way out. He couldn't even put an O in front of that. The woman responds back, Kay, that's it? Can we chat about this in person? You see, look. The man responds, no, I'm done. The woman responds back, what about our New Year's party with friends? The guy responds back, shit, already sent cancellation notices. The woman responds back, it's like you don't love me. Wow, you moving fast. Because he loves himself more. The man responds back, I'm done, and there is no need to continue speaking. Your number will be removed. Good luck in your marriage. Damn.
Woman in the comments said, ladies, never tell them about your past. They will use it against you. Or, hear me out, maybe they will evaluate what you've been out there doing and then saying, hey, that's not for me. That's not using it against you. That's holding you accountable.
We dance, we kiss, we schmooze, we carry on, we go home happy. What do you say? Come on.
This girl now has her fiance on TikTok defending her because apparently she's crying at home, stewing over the fact that women are being mean to her right now. And you know why they're being mean to her? Because she got engaged. Yeah, because she is a man. Because she spent her entire career garnering a bunch of fans that just hate men. And then and now she wants a congratulations from those same women. What are you gonna wake up and understand that miserable women want other women to be miserable? They don't want them to be happy. That's why you see these single lonely cat ladies on engaged and happily married women's videos being like, he's probably cheating on you. You know, he's cheating on you, right? They're miserable. And those are the people you want a congratulations from? I mean, listen to this.
She's sitting at home with me, lamenting the fact that people are thinking or saying these awful fucking things about her. It's going to incite a potential dog pile. So even in these moments, especially when it's women on the other side of the critique, valid or not, she's going to do everything she can to make sure that that person does not receive any hate, vitriol, any type of shit.
Oh, where? Nobody gives a shit, especially women. Yeah, we know that she doesn't give a fuck about men. And you, Mr. Cuck, what makes you think that you're going to be any different? Ugh, men like you just genuinely give me the ick. I don't think I've ever gotten the ick before, but I got the ick. Because the fact that you think that you're different and you're out here getting engaged to a certified man hater, God bless you. Because what happens when you end up raising a son with her? Oh my God, good luck.
And I don't want to offend no women. when I say this.
Offender.
But men need to normalize almost like training your woman. Sometimes you have to be patient enough to be like, no, talk to me like this. I'm your man. And you can't just be like giving up on your woman after the
It's gonna
fifth
take some
argument.
time.
Sometimes it's gonna take 15 arguments.
Yeah, the wording of training is crazy.
Sometimes I think we do get caught in the verbiage, as the word submissive always comes up. And
Right.
women, they hate that word. But if we replace that word with cooperative, then it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I could do that.
Thinking
When
your
you
girl
apply
like that.
for a job, you gotta
Mhm.
go through training. You
Of
don't have a problem
course.
with that.
That's the difference. I have to go through this training in order to get the job. This, I don't have to go through a training in order to get you.
Relationships is a job. And when you go to a job, you comfortable with going through training and learning how to do that job. In a relationship, you should be okay with going through training and learning how to love that person. It's the same
Or
thing.
you get fired.
I've never used our son. I've never weaponized him against him. Like when I hear these stories, like I want to shake some of these women. Like I don't know how some of these, and it happens on the opposite too with men, but primarily it's the women against the fathers typically. Like you have to be realistic. Some of these people get upset, but at the end of the day, it is about parental alienation as a whole. I'm not just one side or the other. But with that, I could not go to sleep at night and lay my head down on the pillow knowing that I was using my child against his father and taking him for all he's worth. Because at the end of the day, what does that do? It takes away from your child.
You think I'm a traditional wife? Let me prove you wrong. What's traditional about me posing naked in nature for my husband? What's traditional about loving guns and learning how to fight? What is traditional about dancing for 6+ straight hours on psychedelics with my man? What's traditional about training like an absolute beast in the gym? What's traditional about being outspoken online? What is traditional about not having a traditional wedding because I didn't? Because people hear traditional, they picture somebody with no edge, no fire, no sexuality, and no freedom. And that's not me. That is not me even a little bit. I do not fit into a box. I don't follow any ideology because my marriage isn't a cage. It's a sanctuary. It's the one safe place where I get to fully express myself, because when I feel safe with my man, guess what? I get more feminine, more playful, more bold, and more free. So you can call me a traditional wife, sure. A modern wife maybe, or a crazy wife. Or you can just call me a woman who chooses to live a life with her man on their own terms.
At this point, I don't care what you do inside of your home or outside of your home. Can't we please just start at the base level of reciprocal energy? Just whatever I put out, give it back to me. If I'm taking care of you, please take care of me. I have standards for myself. I know what I don't want my woman doing. Would I have posted those photos even if they were censored? Probably not. I probably wouldn't have even said that. But I know she's probably trying to be transparent. She's trying to be real. I get it. I understand it. You can kind of tell she's not quote unquote traditional by the way that she talks, by the way that she acts, even before this video, right? You don't need this video to tell you that she's out here doing some other stuff. She involved in some other stuff. You don't need that video to tell you that. Men just at some point in time, just treat your man right.
Here's the thing. If I can guess your underwear color, I get to take you on a date, yeah? Yeah. Sounds good? Yeah. Hold your hand like that. Hold my hand. Okay. Pick my color, yeah? Just keep saying over.
Why are you shaking?
I'm a little bit nervous. Keep saying that.
I'm nervous.
It's all good, it's all good.
Underwear color.
Wait. Keep saying that over your head, yeah? You're wearing that dark blue underwear?
Can you take me on a date?
Wow. I know they probably having fun. But all right, man. Y'all do what y'all want to do. Y'all do what y'all want to do. Y'all gonna run up that body count. And then when a man says, hey, I seen you out there, you might not even sleep with the guy. You might not even mess with the guy like that. But a man gonna see this, gonna be like, oh, I know how you move.
You see these women all over social media asking, where are the good, God-fearing men at? But we're never asking the question, are we positioned to attract a good, God-fearing man? And I'm not here talking about a worldly, high-value man. I'm talking about a biblical, God-fearing, high-value man. There's a difference. And ladies, we have to get something straight. You are not a high-value woman just because you're a piece of arm candy, because you look good on his arm. A good God-fearing man that is truly submitted to Christ is going to care about the loyalty, the calmness that you bring to his life, the alignment. He's not going to care about this aesthetic, Instagram aesthetic with the fillers and the Botox and the BBLs and the designer bags. I'm not saying that beauty is bad. What I'm saying is beauty should not be the foundation of a man choosing a high-value woman or what is considered a high-value woman. And a man cannot lead properly a woman that he does not trust. So I'm going to tell you what it looks like to be that type of woman that he can lead. She's not waiting to be saved. She builds. She's already stewarding. She multiplies. You give her a vision and she's going to know how to expand it. She manages. Not her man. She manages her mouth, her mood, her emotions, her environment. So a high-value woman is not just turning heads. She's building legacy. Y'all have a good day. Let me know what you think below.
The answer for a lot of these ladies is no. It's no. I'm not in a position. The way you say a man is not in a position to get you, you ain't in a position to get that guy that you're looking for. The answer is no. Why not? That's for you to figure out. In the same way that you want that man to be introspective and to look at himself and say, man, I shouldn't have done that, man. I need to clean all that up. I need to go back and apologize. You need to be doing that same thing. Period. End of story. Accountability.
So you mean to tell me you coming home from a long day of work, I done cleaned your whole place, I done cooked you a nice hot meal, and I done set your stuff up for your shower, and you tripping on how did I get your address?
Oh, fuck that. It don't even make sense for me to like what I like. You know why? Because if I like this woman and she don't like me, she gonna treat me fucked up. Hold on, baby, I'm gonna tell you. Yo fine ass, right? You don't like me. You know what you gonna do? Make me take you to Wagyu house, buy you Don Julio shots, goddamn go on these vacations where you don't want to get no pussy. You can say you a 10. But that motherfucking 5.5 gonna eat dick rooter to the tutor. I only deal with what likes me, because if she likes me, she's gonna treat me better, she's gonna fuck me better, and we gonna last longer.
And so you cool with settling, not for what you want, but want for what likes you. Like, instead of getting the 10 that you want, you gonna settle for a 5.5 because she gives
fuck
you
what I want is what I need. I need a woman to pour into me. I need a woman to be, you can't ask a question and don't gotta want to hear the answer. I need a woman to pour into me. That's what I need. Fuck what I want. All right, them bitches look good on Instagram. I need somebody I can build. I need somebody I can grow. I need somebody I can run a bag. And a woman that don't like me, don't want to do that. All she want to do is take. She want to subtract. I need a bitch that can multiply and add.
I've talked to at least 15,000 single people now. So now I learned a thing or two. Most women want a man of you guys' caliber. You know, you guys, I'm going to give you your kudos. You're successful men. You're attractive men, well-spoken men, black men, you know, do well, you do for the community. They all want you. Now, it doesn't matter if she's rich or poor, fine or not that attractive. They all want you. Now, we know the truth of the matter is you guys represent, really when it comes down to it, not the larger portion of the masses. You guys literally might be 10%, might even be less than that. You might be like the 5%ers, the 1%ers, but it doesn't matter because 100% of the women all want you. So what happens is, what I've learned is social media has given people insights to other people's lives. So every girl wants a man that makes bare minimum 100K, has to be attractive, faithful, prefers no kids. If she has kids, love her kids like they are your kids. Treat her kids like you created her kids. Show up for her when she needs you to show up for her. Go to church with her every day. Don't ever speak to another woman. Always be available, but work so much that you can fulfill my lifestyle. It's crazy. I'll save it for my next division is the AI guy. I'm going to make the 6'6" AI human-like man because it's literally the only man that represents this. And I think that what I've come to learn is women get really offended because they use settling. I hate the word settling because if you say, oh, you're saying I'm not good enough for a man that makes 100K. And their argument will be, well, I make that or more. So it only makes sense for me to require a man that makes what I want or more. Logically speaking, I get that. I don't have a disagreement there. But the part that they're missing, which matters the most, is that man doesn't date the same. A lot of times the wealthy man or the man that has the money, he doesn't want a broke girl, but he has enough, he goes into it knowing he's paid for everything, right? So even though you have a certain lifestyle, this man in his mind, I still got to pay for everything. So your money doesn't matter that much as you think it does.
On today's episode of Decentering Men, I say this with respect, but getting chosen by a man is not an accomplishment.
Now you listen here, you shiny little bitch. I'm a prize. And when you win a prize, that's an accomplishment.
Getting engaged, life event, not an accomplishment. Getting married, life event, not an accomplishment. Having a baby, life event, not an accomplishment.
Now you listen here, Raggedy Ran Through, okay? When I added my wife to the team, it was a bit of a bumpy start. 0 for 2, batting .500 on spawn rate.
I mean, hell, at this point, we don't even know if we're going to be getting the call to the big leagues. 2 short years later, batting 2 for 4, 500, generational run.
And yeah, it might be too soon for GOAT conversations, but with another baby on the way, she could be batting 600. Can somebody say, come on the back, player of the year?
But even with all that being said, I'll dumb it down for you. If you can sustain life, it's an accomplishment.
But I could see where our opinions would differ, because I care about life, and you care about the virtue of caring about life. And I suggest you let that one marinate.
And yeah, women are more than baby makers, but a baby maker's more than what you're trying to downplay it as. So get fucked, stay fucked. Words things about.
You were actually so stupid. Can you just stop and listen for a second?
Holy shit, why are the cat claws out?
It's just stupid. You don't listen.
What?
Are you okay up there?
What are you talking about?
Just because I cheated doesn't mean this can't work out. You know that, right?
Well, you do know that some other guy put it in there, so no, this isn't going to work out. And why are you calling me stupid for it?
Gross. It's not gross. Like, you just make it so vulgar.
Sure. You're the one who just called me stupid.
But you're acting stupid.
Like,
You're acting stupid.
you just think that you're so bodacious that you can just do whatever you want. You're just God's gift to this earth and you can just do whatever you please.
I mean, pretty much our humor for men. But, like, that's besides the point. I made a mistake. It's not a big deal. It's really not a big deal.
Just because you admit a mistake doesn't mean that we can just move on normally.
Beware of a lady with a daddy that's bald. You do have men who have daughters who set the standard very high.
That's true.
I've seen this with my own eyes, and I'd be like, girl, they daddies be setting the standard high, and they daddies will tell you don't mess with no guy who can't do nothing for you. You can't call on him for nothing. All he want to do is put dick in you.
Well, that's no. I agree, because that's different.
But you growing up like that, and your daddy has always been there for you, and you've been accustomed to, I call my dad when I need this. What does that teach your daughter?
Yeah.
And when she get older, when it comes down to these men, if a man can't do nothing for me and I can't count on him, I can't call him for nothing, what I'm doing with you?
Yeah, that makes sense.
You get what I'm saying?
It is some chicks out here like that, and they be spoiled rotten.
They be spoiled rotten.
Yeah.
That's what I be saying.
It's a difference between a man can't do anything for me versus a man is not doing what I want him to do. My man ain't jumping when I say jump. He ain't running and fetching when I say run and fetch. So I'm going to call my dad because I know my dad is going to run and fetch when I tell him to.
Well, baby, let's face it. I'm not into dating. I have.
What be wrong with folks? What is that frog looks terrified.
Fellas, y'all be out here getting finessed by bitches telling y'all that they make niggas wait 30 days. Y'all be out here courting bitches, spending y'all money on bitches, and she telling you that she made niggas wait 30 days. We can't fuck right now. On my mama, she treat your ass like a goofy. I swear to God, she treat you like a goofy, like the goofy that you is. If you show a bitch that you a sucker, she gonna lick you every time. I'm trying to tell you, that bitch fuck on the first night, you just ain't the nigga that she wanna fuck.
I played myself so bad. So I've been chasing this little bad joint for months. She finally hit me with the, let's link. Took her to the mall, copped her a cute little LV pouch, easy 2 bands, fed her, everything smooth. Then she like take me home for dessert. But first, she need $300 for rent, or she getting put out tomorrow.
Wow.
I'm thinking with the wrong head. Sent her the Cash App on site.
Nope.
Watched her forward it straight to her landlord like a good little girl, LOL. We pull up to her complex. Baby girl stuff is literally on the curb.
Oh,
sofa, lashes, flat irons, all of it. Neighbor stealing her wigs in broad daylight.
Damn.
She crying, embarrassed. The whole scene. I'm like, grab what you can and come crash at mine real quick. Translation, I want my $300 worth of that.
Damn.
You know. But the box is trash, like fall asleep mid-stroke trash.
Wow.
Head game non-existent.
Man.
I done had better from my left hand.
Damn.
That was 4 weeks ago, and this girl's still in my crib, eating my wings, using my Netflix, got her wig glue on my bathroom counter.
Nope.
Talking about, I'm waiting on my new place to be ready. I can't
Nope.
even bring nobody else through. Because she act like we in a whole relationship now.
Messed up.
I feel used, broke, and stuck.
You are.
How do I get her up out my spot without looking like the villain? Do I change the locks? Call her mama? I need her gone. But I still want my money, or at least one decent night before she bounces.
Nope.
Help your boy out. I'm desperate.
No, just kick her out.
You're not desperate. You're stupid.
Yeah.
Boy.
Extra.
You use a stupid trick.
Extra.
And you got tricked.
Yep.
And now, that's your lady. And she lived there. Keep
Yep.
on stroking. Stay awake. Keep your head up.
You are in a whole relationship. You decided to bring her in there. What would you do that for? What would you do that for?
So this girl in my 20s, who I thought was my really good friend, uninvited me to her wedding, and our friendship completely fell apart just because I recommended she get a prenup. So we should talk about it. So mind you, me and her used to go on these like 2-3 hour walks every single week. And we would talk about everything under the sun. And so she started dating this guy. He was a self-employed consultant, somehow in healthcare, but he had done very well for himself.
Right.
And she was a nurse. And when they had started dating, he was pretty traditional and had basically said like, hey, I'm looking for somebody who is willing to stay home with the children once we get to that step. And she's like,
By the way, you could tell she didn't like the traditional thing. She liked traditional, you know, with the almost eye roll. Let's keep watching.
okay, yeah, of course. She was totally okay with that. And she would always joke that he was her retirement plan. So once they got engaged, I was like, cool. Like we would talk about like what she's going to do herself, wedding stuff, just like normal traditional wedding planning talk.
Right.
And so when she had told me about their arrangement, like that they were actually dead serious, they were going to try to have kids as soon as possible, I recommended she get a prenup because I am an attorney and I have practice in divorce law. So I said, you should get a prenup. And I was talking about like basic things, like him continuing to put money in her retirement fund so it grows at the same rate as his, her getting like some money in mutual funds while she's a stay-at-home mom. Things that I think protect her that are very standard, that are not like I just want all your money type situation.
Sure.
And she's like 100% on board with this. She's like, that's a great idea. Like, I'll definitely talk to him. And I'm like, cool. And they end up going to, like, she ends up talking to him. And she says he just, like, absolutely, like, did not react well. She texts me, says he hates this idea, doesn't think it's, like, a good idea that traditional families don't do prenups. Like, divorce is not an option for them.
Sure.
You get the gist. And it should have just been left at that. But then for some reason, this really triggered him. And he started to tell her stuff like, Selma's jealous of our relationship. Selma's jealous because she's not married. Selma's trying to break us up. I don't think you should be friends with this girl. And ultimately that talk got to her because I really didn't push the prenup that much. I told her I thought it was a mistake, but that we would just deal with it when we got there.
Oh, cat alert. Do you see it there in the background? We spotted it. I don't know. It's all starting to add up. So, she proposed that her friend gets a prenup to this guy who wants a traditional marriage. He gets triggered because he's like, hey, traditional marriages don't have prenups. You guys know I definitely disagree with that. I believe everybody should have a prenup. Right? That's my belief. You can do what you want.
So that's why they uninvited you from the wedding. Cause you thinking, I understand where you're coming from, but you thinking it's you versus him versus us versus the world. That's what you're thinking. And I know what Chusa is saying, but they're in a certain alignment. They're going in a certain way. And she's saying, well, you need to protect yourself. Well, a man is going to have to guarantee everything, and he has no protections. That means he has to work longer. He's going to work more. But you're the only one with protection. Well, if he leaves and he takes all of his retirement, what could I have done? Even if the man says, okay, well, you know, alimony. I can have alimony for a few years or until I get on my feet or whatever and whatnot. And it'd be like unemployment to where, you know, you're receiving an unemployment, but then also you have to at least turn into the court that you're actually looking for a job, because some women don't do that. The problem is you're thinking that a lot of these ladies out here they just have pure intentions. They have pure intentions. They never did anything wrong. There's never a reason for the man to leave. But some of these women are doing sideways, out of pocket things. And the man says, hey, listen, I thought we were on the same playing field. I thought we had an understanding. And the woman says, well, things change, knowing that she's a stay-at-home mom. I'm telling you, I'm thinking of a couple of things right now. Well, they got married. She decided, even though they had talked about, hey, after you have this child, it's going to be a little bit, you might stay at home for a little while, but then going back to work. She blew that out the water. Actually, no, I'm not going back to work. I don't want to work. Are you at least going to try to work from home? No, I'm not going to try to do anything. You're going to make the money and we're just going to figure it out. Figure it out, meaning me going in and getting more jobs, me going and working longer hours, meaning me working all the time. Are you at least going to make dinner? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that at all. So basically nothing. You're doing nothing. Where is the protection for the man? That's why they left you where you were. Because you're talking about protection for her. If you're going to say protection for her, then provide and offer some protection for the man. Okay, you know, what would benefit him is X, Y, and Z. But then what would benefit you is X, Y, and Z. But y'all wasn't thinking about that. You was thinking about what could benefit her. And she said, hey, I don't want to think about what's going to benefit me. I want to think about what's going to benefit we. That's why you're at the house right now, by yourself.
No, girls don't fuck with me, bro. Damn. They don't still. Back in the day, yeah, but now, nah. What do you think changed, bro? You're like shredded and everything. I'm a bit more stern, innit? Girls don't like stern guys. Yeah, I feel like they do, though. Girls like a guy that they can't walk all over. They say they do. No, they do. I really feel like they do. I promise you, they say they do. The guys who are stern to them are really just stern, but indoors they're teddy bears.
I believe this, brother. It's two ways you can know a man is done. He's through. It's the look in his eyes and it's the hat on his head. If you get one of these, you're done with the dating scene. Take it from me, I know. My boy got jacked and they still don't want to listen. He's the epitome of discipline. And they just don't want that energy, man. Girls just want to have fun. They don't want to listen to nobody unless you literally paying them. You gotta be paying them. That's why they know how to act at work.
Now, my girl has a lot of positive character traits, but the thing that allowed us to even speak in the first place is a sore point that I feel like a lot of girls really need to work on. So me and my girl followed each other on Instagram for almost a year prior to ever speaking. And from we started following each other, like I never really had intention of ever speaking to her or anything like that. It was a little bit situational in the way that we started talking. But for the year that I had her on Instagram, I would like passively pay attention to the things that she was posting. And she never really had a social media presence. Like she had a few pictures posted on her page, barely ever posted any stories. If she did, it was her in the gym after her workout. And I bring this up because I feel like this is a sore point for a lot of women. Whether you realize it or not, your social media presence is keeping you single. I've seen so many physically attractive women that their social media presence is just so off-putting. The provocative pictures that you post just scream, "Do not wife me." All those quotes and memes that you post on your story that you think are so funny, they're not funny. The "I'm a princess, I deserve everything" rhetoric is played out. It's been annoying. It just screams like you're not going to be a viable partner. You're the type of person that you're just going to be selfish and you want everything done for you and you're not prepared to reciprocate or do anything for your partner. You in the club shaking your ass while all of your girls are smacking it, it's a no for me. The way a girl acts when she's single is the most accurate representation of who she is. There's so many girls that I have and see on Instagram that I don't know anything that's going on in their life, but I know when they're single and I know when they're in a relationship because they'll act like a complete, and then all of a sudden their content just completely changes. Next thing you know, they're back to being, it's like, I know you got in a relationship, your man told you, yo, cut all that out, and then you guys broke up and now you're doing all the same that you were doing before.
I don't know what to do. It's too soon for this. Like
You've been graduated since May.
I do not care what none of y'all say, but any parent that feels the need to kick their kid out just because they turn 18 is a shit parent. I used to go through that shit when I was young too. I'm 37. My daughter is going to be 18 in a year, and I do not anticipate for her to fucking move out. When I was young, my dad used to always say that shit to my face. Oh, I can't wait till you are 18 so you could get the hell up out of my house. Like, who taught you that? Who is teaching other parents this shit? Because like, there are so many different cultures that is nothing like our American culture, where I don't know where that stems from. I don't know where that started. I don't know if it's the idea of individualism that happened, but other cultures, parents do not anticipate their children to move out the house unless they find themselves becoming well established, or stack them chips, and whenever they are ready to move, they move, or if they get married. It's one or the other. Like, there's never a get the hell out because you're 18. Who does that shit? That shit's so stupid. That shit is lame as fuck as a parent, for you to sit there and kick your son or your daughter out at the age of 18 when they barely know what the fuck is happening in the adult world. They won't know how to, majority of these kids, generally speaking, don't know how to, they won't know how to do their own taxes. They don't know how to build up credit. They don't know how to stack up their money. They don't know how to set up a plan. Like that shit usually, it's, generally speaking, that shit comes for us later on. Like, hell, I'm in my late 30s and we are just now doing this shit. Finding an apartment with a reasonable price on rent is also difficult. Finding a job right now is difficult for all these people. These people are out there looking for jobs. I'm grateful that I get to have the privilege of not working and being at home. But there are people out there that are freaking struggling. There are people out there that are literally dying to have a job right now. And this piece of shit, poor excuse of a mother is gonna sit there, give her son some money, and not even prepare him for the world. He doesn't know shit. He's even admitting that he doesn't even know shit what to do out there. And she's like, you gotta go. Like, I hate the world we live in right now. I really do. That poor kid. I'm so sorry that he has to go through this.
Confession. Hi, Robin. I thought you needed a break from the cousins fucking stories. So here's one about me and my stepmom. Okay. My parents got divorced when I was in high school, and a few years later, my mom started seeing another woman, which was a slight shock to most of us, but whatever, gay rights or something. So this new woman, I'll call her Sherry, is pretty cool and nice, and honestly, she's fine as fuck, and she was only 11 years older than me, which is a smaller age gap between her and my mom. I only met her a couple of times because I was away at college at this point, but they got married, and then around the first Christmas, after we were all together, and I ended up talking with Sherry one-on-one while we were drunk. My mom was the first and only woman she had ever been with, and she's bi. She says she really loved my mom, but she sometimes missed the D, and I didn't immediately notice that she was kind of coming on to me. I told her I hadn't been with any bi women as far as I knew, and she kind of giggled and put her hand on my shoulder and kept it there pretty long, and that's when I realized maybe something was up. I wouldn't ever do something to hurt my mama like that, except on Christmas Day when we were opening presents. I got my mom a brand new iPad, and she acted like I had gotten her a pair of socks or something. So that night, we had been drinking again, and Sherry got me to talking a bit more, and she was getting all touchy, so we went off to the garage to smoke. And I went for it. And my mom still doesn't know it ever happened. She still uses the iPad I gave her, though. You fucked your mom's wife because she didn't react how you wanted her to you purchasing her an iPad.
I feel like the problems are deeper than that. I don't think this is about the iPad. There has to be something subconscious going on to be that trifling.
I'm not 100% sure if this is a story that you wanted to tell. Maybe something else. I'm with her. Maybe there's something else going on there, but what are we doing? Well, it used to be the thing to where you can move out. You could move out and get a job, get your own place on your own at 18. Now you cannot do that. You cannot do that. You be working 2 and 3 jobs and it still don't work. And it's still not happening. That's a problem. That's a huge problem.